Am I living? Oh, what a funny thing to say. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day, on a cloudy day. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day, on a cloudy day. Your mama always said, look up into the sky.
Vince,
Hi, Nance.
Vince. Welcome to Living with Vince Fusco and Nancy Timpano.
Wow, such
Vince
energy.
Fusco.
Wow.
See, I'm just calling out your name there, Vince. I'm calling out your name. Say my name, say
You
my
sound
name.
like a wonderfully enthusiastic Rundle Moore busker.
You know what?
Not a busker, like a what are they called? A spruiker.
Spruker. Oh, no. Hang on, stop. That actually makes my spine shiver.
Why?
No, because I used to spruik.
Stop it.
Stop.
I didn't know that about you.
No, and I don't ever want to remember that, so stop it. I hated
I've started the
spruiking.
conversation now.
No.
Can you just tell me where and when?
No, Rundle. I don't want to talk. But the reason my
if you
intro.
ever spotted Nancy, if
Oh,
you ever saw Nancy
no.
out spruiking
Do you
between
remember the
the years,
Shields people? There was a Shields lady, and there was the
You
other
know
guy,
him?
the Rundle Mole guy.
Elvis.
Yeah, him.
I can't think of his actual name, but everybody
no,
knows
but-
who I'm talking
yeah,
about.
I
He has
know.
great Elvis hair. He has the
In
voice.
front of the Renaissance Centre.
Yes, that's the one.
yes.
That's the one. If you do know them, shout out to
Yeah.
them. We're
Anyway.
going to talk about you spruiking, but I love that you were saying my name because
I know, and that's what I want to talk about.
well, I know, and I'm so excited because
yeah.
we are people who say each other's name in rooms of opportunity. Often.
happily,
As well as
call
everybody else.
someone out.
100%. And we call out people a lot. Good humans.
Good.
You and I, right?
Because we are.
100%.
And don't you feel sometimes we don't do it. We never do things with expectations
Never.
of wanting to get something back. But it crosses my mind sometimes, like, oh my gosh, like
I wonder if they're saying my name.
I wonder.
Yes.
I wonder
So today's topic around like in a room full of opportunity, who would say your name
who would say your name.
and why?
Yeah, and why? And why? And sadly, don't you feel like sometimes there might be a sad situation and someone's passed on, and at their funeral, you're hearing this eulogy and you're hearing all these beautiful words.
Yeah.
But when they were earthside, never did you hear someone speak of them so beautifully.
Such an interesting point, and you're so right. And it's like,
And it's like, why are we waiting, people?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are here. We are living. Let's call each other out.
100%.
Let's help each other out.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that there might be some competition sometimes, but is there?
no,
But
see,
is
I'm,
there?
I'm a big believer in like supporting everyone around you because everybody's on their own journey, right?
Mm.
Of success or pursuit of happiness,
Yeah.
whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
But I think like at what cost is it to you to support somebody else who is in your industry?
Yep.
Because I think if you're both advancing your industry as well, then, you know, what is the saying? You want to go far, go together. You want to
Yep.
go fast, go alone. That sings so true, I think. And I think that's where people's egos get hung up because
Yeah.
it becomes a bit of a competition or
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't even want to get too close to that person because they may or may not be competing or like they may or may not have the best interests of mine at heart.
Yep.
But it's so lovely. Like there's literally a handful of people that are coming to my mind right now, and you're one of them always, of people who I know whenever you talk about someone and they're not there, I know that you are sincerely,
Yeah.
potato, patata, but you're sincerely saying it because you believe in that person. You believe in their mission. You believe in their ethos and their values, and they are going to be good value. You wouldn't recommend anybody, and I've
No.
been burnt by that,
Yeah.
where I've recommended somebody who I had a wonderful experience with, but then I've got the feedback like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
And that's more upsetting. But I know that like with you, like you are one of the people who always puts people's names first.
But I will, and I'll continue to do that. But I'll also do it, and I think, you know, maybe our next conversation can be about good humans that we have come to know, is if someone's a good human, I love calling them out. There is some people that I think, you know what, you're okay on your own, you don't need my help.
100%.
There's the
100%.
good humans that I'm like, I have no issue with putting your name in lights.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely none.
And it's the people who I love that are like, they're committed to their own skill set or their mission or whatever they're chasing, but they're committed enough that they also value that, and they would return it.
Yep.
Like there are many people that I get to encounter every weekend.
Yep.
Now,
Yes.
with the line of work we're in, that every week I just am blown away by people who take pride in their work, who take pride in their presentation,
Yes.
who take pride in their connection of relationships.
Yep.
We had a great chat earlier today with another friend of ours who came to help us out,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about how the
Yes.
difference in communication,
Yes.
for someone who is in a directing role or a management role or something, the way you communicate to people around you. And the same goes for family.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you can approach the same situation with two very different approaches and get two very different outcomes. That's obvious, but people don't see that.
That's right. And can we just say, we can see from the outpour of love that we got since commencing this podcast
has been unbelievable.
And I didn't have an intention to go out there and put up all the feedback, but then I just started and I thought it keeps coming, and I would love to put it out there and thank those people. That, for shouting out, guys, you're doing a great job. Keep
It's
going.
been massive, hasn't it?
It's been so good. So thank you to all our loyal supporters.
Absolutely.
And the ones that are giving us shout outs, because I had someone say to me, if you ever want me to do a review or something, let me know. And I was like, and that's how it came across to me. And I'm like, sweetheart, if you don't feel you want to, I will never ask someone to do that for me. But if it's in your heart, just do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Say our name in a room of opportunity.
That's right. And this is why we've felt so so
and
privileged.
even right now, right up until before we just started recording this, you got another message.
I know.
So and it's amazing. You said a comment the other day, you're like, it's also a lot of the people who I would not expect.
Strangers.
Not
strangers, but maybe they're not in the inner circle.
Correct.
Not your warm market.
They're in your orbit. No,
they're not in the warm market.
Yeah.
They're just a little bit out.
Totally.
And I'm like, you have taken the time to message.
Yeah, and it means the world, because not only, I guess, for us having a outpouring of support like that, it pushes us on too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just been so great from everybody, like I said in the vibe check, I think the other day, whoever's called, texted, DM'd, like, thank you.
Oh, we are so honoured and so happy that you are following along on our journey. And just don't forget, guys, if it's not going to cost you anything, it's not going to change your day, just give people a shout out.
Because it might change theirs.
Absolutely.
This is living.
Am I living? Oh, what a funny thing to say. But your mama always said